For those of you unfortunate enough to get arrested for DUI here in Florida, it will come as no surprise to you that you now have two legal battles on your hands, right? The first legal battle is what everyone talks about, is the crime of driving under the influence. You're going in front of a judge. You can go to jail for this. You're going to do potentially a lot of probation, community service, classes, intoxilizer machine built into your car. All sorts of bad things can happen to you from the criminal case. But what a lot of people aren't talking about is these DMV hearings. Now, I've been defending criminal cases here in Central Florida for over 3 decades. My name's John Guidry. I'm a defense attorney here. I've done a lot of DMV hearings. These DMV hearings are tougher a lot of times than the actual criminal case. The reason you're going to have a DMV hearing, folks, is because somebody like me is going to look at your situation and say, we need to fight to get your license back, because when you get arrested for DUI, that separate legal thing happens with the DMV, where the DMV has decided to suspend your license. And the DMV doesn't care about your DUI crime. The DMV simply says, look, driver, when you took that piece of plastic, you agreed that if you refuse to blow in this machine, we get to take your license for a year. And you also agreed that if you blew over the legal limit, here in Florida is 0.08, we get to take your license for 6 months. With those agreements, you violated those agreements. We're taking your license for 6 months or a year. What a DMV hearing does for you folks, somebody like me will say, hey, I think we have a good shot at beating this at a DMV hearing, to where, yeah, I know your license is gone for a year, but I think we can get it back. I had a DMV hearing earlier this year on a second time refusal. And what that means is my client got an 18-month DL suspension from the DMV because this is the second time he refused to blow. We went to full hearing. We had testimony at the hearing. The DMV, bless their heart, agreed with us that his license should not have been seized and his license should not have been suspended for refusal. We can win these things, but I am telling you, they're very difficult to win. The majority of these things are lost, and you do not want to go to a DMV hearing alone. You want to have representation, because a DMV hearing is not in front of a judge, folks. A DMV hearing is in front of a DMV employee. They have employees that they have labeled hearing officers, and they're nice. They are not on your side, and they are not your friend, and they are not there to overturn your suspension or what has already been done. It's mostly like a due process thing where, all right, you want to challenge this, we'll entertain it. We do win some, but they are very difficult to win, and don't do this alone. If you have a DUI here in Central Florida, the first thing usually I would recommend is, if you have a bad case on the DMV side, you can just file a waiver and get a hardship license or a business purposes only license rather quickly, and then you can avoid having a DMV hearing. But you've got to do that within 10 days. I mean, the time limit of 10 days is quick and dirty, so make sure that you get on it. If you don't want a DMV hearing, you want to waive that. And not everybody can waive their DMV hearing, right? Because like my one client recently, that was his second refusal. He wasn't even entitled to a waiver. We had to go to hearing. Anyway, the rules on these hearings are unique, and you'll want an attorney to help you through it. I've been defending these DUIs for over 3 decades here in Central Florida. God forbid you get a DUI here in Central Florida. Please give me or somebody like me a call. You're gonna need the legal help. You're gonna need some protection and somebody fighting in your corner. If you're just watching for some knowledge, I thank you for the knowledge, and I will ask you, please help us out a little bit. Hit a like or a subscribe or a follow or a heart or something like that. And thanks for watching.